Breaking news, Prince William just crossed a line no future king has crossed in 70 years. He boycotted the Prime Minister, not rescheduled, not unable to attend. He refused, walked away, left the British government humiliated in front of world leaders. Yesterday afternoon, Prince William was scheduled to appear at Prime Minister Keir Starmer's Commonwealth Day reception at Lancaster House. This was not a casual gathering. Over 300 dignitaries, ambassadors and international representatives were already inside, cameras ready, waiting for Britain's future king. Then, 15 minutes before his arrival time, everything detonated. Kensington Palace sent a message. The Prince of Wales will not attend. No explanation, no courtesy, not even a diplomatic excuse. Government aides panicked. Foreign officials were confused. Staff members from Downing Street were left stumbling through awkward explanations to international leaders who had flown in expecting William. For a constitutional monarchy built on protocol and pageantry, this was a public embarrassment, broadcast worldwide. And it gets worse. Sources inside the palace now confirm this was deliberate. William personally told senior advisers he refuses to stand beside a government he believes is undermining the role and independence of the crown. That sentence alone is a constitutional earthquake. The future King of England publicly rejecting the Prime Minister. This was not a scheduling issue, this was a message. Starmer's Labour government has been pushing reforms that would fundamentally change how the monarchy operates. Among them, cutting royal funding, parliamentary approval for royal appointments, oversight of royal speeches and international engagements. Ministers call it modernisation. Palace sources call it a controlled demolition of the monarchy. Leaked draft documents reveal proposals to shrink the sovereign grant, give Parliament veto power over major royal activities, force approval for royal travel and international relations. For decades, royals have walked the tightrope of neutrality, shaking hands, smiling for cameras, and serving as a stabilising symbol above politics. They never take sides. The last time a senior royal pushed back against a government was the Suez Crisis of 1956, and even then it was done privately. William just did it on the global stage. Cabinet officials were blindsided. The Foreign Secretary learned of William's absence through secondary channels. A massive breach of diplomatic protocol. Commonwealth leaders were asking, where is the Prince of Wales? Instead of unity, the event turned into a spectacle of tension. And when the palace issued a statement that evening, the tone was polished. The meaning was explosive. William referenced constitutional foundations, independence of the crown, duty to protect the role entrusted to his family. One word stood out, independence. He just accused the government, indirectly but unmistakably, of trying to take that independence away. Inside Westminster, chaos. Labour MPs are panicking. Internal chats among party members describe confusion, anger and fear. Polling overnight showed 68% of Britons support William, only 14% back the government's reforms. Even Labour voters are turning. Princess Catherine's approval ratings hover in the high 70s. William's public trust rating remains one of the highest in the UK. Starmer's government, meanwhile, is struggling in the low 30s, picking a fight with the royal family while public support is collapsing. Politically suicidal. It gets worse. Multiple insiders confirm Princess Anne and Sophie, Duchess of Edinburgh, are furious with the government's plan, especially financial cuts. Anne, who completes more than 500 engagements per year, reportedly sees the reforms as an attempt to strip working royals of their ability to function. There are active discussions, serious ones, about coordinated refusal. If multiple senior royals begin refusing to attend government events, diplomatic receptions stall, state dinners lose their hosts, honours ceremonies cannot proceed. British soft power isn't just weakened, it stops, and the public is not neutral. Within hours, social media was flooded with support for William. Hashtags trended globally. William wasn't just applauded, he was defended. The political earthquake has begun. Rishi Sunak, now leader of the opposition, immediately seized the opportunity. He issued a statement saying he supports the monarchy and will reverse Labour's changes if elected. Whether it's a genuine promise or just political strategy doesn't matter. The strategy is working. Conservative support jumped 7 points in 72 hours. Starmer's own advisers are split. If they back down, they look weak. If they push forward, They risk a full constitutional crisis. There is no win condition for Starmer anymore. Experts warn the monarchy relies on Parliament for funding. Parliament relies on the monarchy for ceremony, diplomacy and soft power. Remove one and the other collapses. The UK Constitution is built on trust, not written rules. Once that trust breaks, there is no guidebook. The last time the monarchy and government collided at this scale was 1936, the abdication crisis. It almost ended the monarchy altogether. Now, historians are using words like unprecedented, dangerous, potentially irreversible. William believes silence is more dangerous than confrontation. Starmer believes reform is worth the risk. Both sides believe they're saving the country. Only one can be right. There's another dimension, the Commonwealth. William has spent years strengthening relationships with Commonwealth nations. 15 countries still recognise the British monarch as head of state. Diplomatic sources confirm several leaders support William's stance. To them, weakening the monarchy weakens the entire Commonwealth structure. And then there's money. Royal events generate $1.8 billion per year in tourism, untold influence in trade and diplomacy. If senior royals start refusing public duties in protest, the economic fallout will be immediate. Inside number 10, aides describe panic. Some admit the government should have consulted the palace. Others argue backing down now would look weak. Starmer is stuck between ideological supporters and overwhelming public backlash. Parliament is scheduled to debate the reforms on Tuesday. If the government proceeds, expect escalation. If they retreat, they hand victory to the monarchy. William has already made his move. He broke neutrality. He broke precedent. He broke silence, all to protect an institution he believes is under attack. While politicians traded panic for damage control, something else began shifting: public perception. For decades, the monarchy has been treated as ceremonial, symbolic, above politics. But suddenly, Prince William's silence became louder than Parliament's speeches. People aren't just watching a constitutional feud, they're choosing a side. And the numbers are staggering. Overnight polling from multiple agencies shows a massive surge in support for William. The public sees this not as entitlement, but as protection. Protection of an institution that represents stability in a world drowning in political turbulence. Meanwhile, inside government hallways, the atmosphere is turning toxic. Labour advisers are warning Starmer, you picked the wrong battlefield. Senior MPs report that donor calls have begun. Some fear the PM has misread the national mood entirely. He expected backlash from royal loyalists. He didn't expect backlash from ordinary voters, centrist swing voters, and even Labour supporters. Political analysts now describe the climate with one word: volatile. But the biggest shock comes from Commonwealth capitals. Diplomatic memos circulating through Canada, Australia and New Zealand reveal increasing concern that weakening the monarchy could accelerate Republican movements. Several leaders have quietly sided with William, arguing that destabilising the crown destabilises the entire Commonwealth. And then came the escalation no one predicted. Sources close to Kensington Palace confirmed discussions of a coordinated royal freeze-out, not attending government-led galas, summits, foreign visits or state dinners. It's not protest, it's strategic withdrawal. Without royal state ceremonies lose legitimacy, diplomatic events lose prestige, soft power disappears. A senior ambassador put it bluntly: taking the royals out of the structure is like removing oxygen from a room. For the first time since the abdication crisis, foreign governments are preparing contingency plans for what happens if Britain loses the stabilising force of the monarchy. Inside number 10, the whispers have turned into warnings. If this continues, Starmer could become the first Prime Minister in modern history to trigger a constitutional fracture that spirals beyond his control. The question now is no longer who's right. It's becoming who will blink first. We are entering uncharted territory after days of silence. Senior palace insiders now reveal the full motivation behind William's extraordinary rebellion. This wasn't sudden. It wasn't emotional. It was strategic, sparked by a dossier outlining how proposed legislation could reduce the monarchy to a government-controlled PR office. One insider described William's reaction as shock, then resolve. According to briefing papers, the reforms risk stripping royals of independent decision-making, politicising royal duties, turning the crown into an extension of whichever party holds power. William's refusal to attend the Commonwealth reception was the opening move, a warning shot. But the government misread it. Instead of backing down, Labour officials doubled down. They framed their proposal as modernisation. The palace saw it as something else, a takeover. Tonight, multiple independent sources confirm that William has held private discussions with senior constitutional advisers and high-ranking royals, including Princess Anne and the Duchess of Edinburgh, both known for hardline dedication to duty. The emerging plan? Protect the Crown's independence at all costs. Across Britain, something rare is happening. People are rallying behind William not as a celebrity royal, but as a protector of national stability. This is no longer about funding, not about protocol, not even about politics. This is about identity. What should Britain be? A nation where the Crown stands above politics, or a system where elected officials can rewrite the monarchy into irrelevance? History is moving faster than Parliament can draft legislation, and at the centre of it stands one man, the future king, willing to break 70 years of silence to defend an institution that defines Britain itself. No matter how this ends, one thing is clear: the monarchy will never be the same, and neither will British politics.